Taiwan's opposition party just had a meltdown over a number. Not the exchange rate, not inflation, the price tag on survival. The island's government wants to spend $40 billion on weapons over the next 8 years. Missiles, drones, air defense systems, the kind of hardware you need when your neighbor has been holding military drills around you for years and says reunification is inevitable. But Taiwan's parliament, controlled by the opposition Kuomintang party, said no. They'll approve $12 billion. Maybe less. That gap, $28 billion, isn't just money. It's the difference between being able to shoot down an invasion fleet or watching it land. Here's where it gets messy. The KMT isn't even united on their own number. Late April, a lawmaker named Hsu Chiao-hsin stood up in negotiations and proposed $25 billion instead. Not the full 40 the government wanted, but way more than the party line of 12. The meeting collapsed. Her own caucus whip told reporters it was her lone opinion and the party needed to go back and discuss internally. Think about that. Taiwan faces the most serious military threat in decades. The United States is begging them to take defense seriously, and the opposition party can't agree on a budget because some members think spending more makes them look like American puppets. That's not speculation. Former U.S. Indo-Pacific Command Intelligence Chief Michael Studman flew to Taipei in early May and told KMT lawmakers directly, be on Taiwan's side. Pass the comprehensive budget. The subtext was clear: if you won't fund your own defense, why should Washington keep selling you weapons? The KMT controls Taiwan's legislature because they won enough seats in 2024 to block the ruling party's agenda. Their chairwoman just visited Beijing and met Xi Jinping, the first time a KMT leader has done that in years. The party's official position is they support defense spending, just not this much. They say the $12 billion covers the arms packages the U.S. has already approved for sale. Everything beyond that, they argue, is unnecessary or premature. But $12 billion doesn't cover the domestic manufacturing Taiwan needs to build. It doesn't cover the 8 weapons systems the military says are critical. It doesn't cover the T-Dome air defense network designed to stop the missile barrages China could launch in the opening hours of a conflict. The government says without the full $40 billion, there will be a rupture in Taiwan's line of defense. The military says delays in approving the budget mean delays in ordering systems that take years to build. Every month of legislative gridlock is another month Taiwan stays vulnerable. And here's the thing the KMT isn't saying out loud: they're divided not just on the amount, but on the strategy. There's a faction that believes cozying up to Beijing and avoiding provocation is how Taiwan stays safe. Spending $40 billion on American weapons sends the opposite signal. It says Taiwan is preparing to fight, not negotiate. That's the real fight. Not whether Taiwan needs better missiles, but whether Taiwan should bet its future on deterrence or diplomacy. On looking strong enough that China won't attack, or looking weak enough that China doesn't feel threatened. The problem is China isn't waiting for Taiwan to figure this out. Beijing has made it clear, reunification is not optional, and the timeline is not infinite. Every signal Taiwan sends matters. A gutted defense budget isn't just a procurement issue. It's a message. New Taipei Mayor Hou Chiao-hsin, who ran for president last year as the KMT candidate and lost, broke with the party consensus and backed a number closer to the government's. Then he said something his party didn't want to hear: without the ability to defend Taiwan, don't even talk about peace. It's a sharp line. And it gets at the core tension. You can't negotiate from weakness. If Taiwan can't credibly defend itself, any peace talks are just terms of surrender. Right now, Taiwan's legislature is stuck. The KMT is trying to reconcile internal divisions. The US is watching and getting nervous. And China is counting the days until Taiwan's window to arm itself closes. The budget vote isn't scheduled yet. The cross-party negotiations are on pause. And the gap between what Taiwan needs and what its own politicians will approve keeps getting wider.